Hi everybody, Menachem Brodie here with you once again from Vortex Training, your certified and experienced USA Cycling expert level coach and strength and conditioning coach. Today with a descending tip. So when you are going down a descent and perhaps it's a bit steep for you as we have here, what we don't want to do is we do not want to grab handfuls of brake or hold the brakes the whole time. Why is this important? Well, as a lot of people at the Tour of Tucker County discover each year, if you hold on to the brakes all the way down the climb or for long periods of time, if you're not alternating right and left, unfortunately, what can happen is that you heat up the rim of the tire. So if you have disc brakes, it's different. You're able to brake most of the way down, although you're heating up that braking surface. But if you're holding the brakes too much, you can actually heat up the rim of the tire, and that can lead to a blowout of the tube because you're heating up the aluminum or the rim of the wheel, whatever it may be. With carbon fiber wheels, you may say, well, I don't have a rim to heat up. However, the brakes can heat up and they essentially melt, and then when you stop or when you slow down and you stop braking, those brakes can actually melt and freeze onto the wheel, causing your wheel to no longer be usable. That has happened back in 2007 when I raced the Tour of Tucker County. We had a number of riders. You get down to the bottom and they tell you before the descent, it's a long descent. I think it's about 3.25 miles. It's the same ascent you have at the end. It is a brutal climb, by the way. So if you ever get a chance to do that race, put on by Appalachia Bike Racing Association, I strongly recommend it. It is an experience in and of itself. But when you get to the bottom at the start line, you have to descend. They wait for about 4 to 5 minutes for everybody to come together, and then you are given directions. The challenge that you have is that as you're standing there, you just hear pop, pop, pop as everybody who grabbed the handful of brake all the way down, the tire blows because the inner tube has been heated and it gets so excited that it blows up. A number of people blew out the side of their carbon wheel because they heated up, and a couple people even went to clip in. They're like, oh yeah, that sucks, they blew a tire out. And then they can't start, and they just go. One person next to me went endo from a start because they went to pedal hard and the carbon brake had melted onto the wheel. So that's one of the descending tips that you need to be a great rider. So if it's too steep, if you're not sure about it, you want to modulate or pulsate the brakes as you go down. A little bit from the right brake, a little bit from the back brake, and that'll help keep your speed in check without blowing out a tire, without blowing a flat. It will also help give you better control over the bike. The last tip is don't get so out of control. As you can see here, we have some blind corners, so he's doing a great job of keeping his speed in check, so he knows that whatever comes around the corner, if it's a hairpin turn, he can deal with that. He's not going so fast that he cannot see. When you're out riding on the road, unless it's a 100% closed bike course, it's really important that you are pedaling on the flats and that you're descending within yourself and staying on your side of the road. So a lot of riders will kind of get over here on the line and they'll descend from here. That's very dangerous because if you need to turn left, you're leaning over that line. Maybe a semi-truck is coming around that hairpin bend that you can't see. So that is today's tip, that descending, modulating brakes, keeping your speed in check as you go. And as he's doing here, we want to keep the speed up so now we can see where we're going. We want to get back up to speed. This is where a lot of the separation can happen on a race, where if you learn how to descend properly, so that's the furthest we want to get close to the line. As you learn to descend properly, you can either make up a lot of time or you can get away from the group, but it's a matter of having the skills. It's a skill you have to practice, something you should do on familiar roads. Know that they're safe if you can have a follow car, as we do here. Really important for you guys to practice descending as a skill because it can really make group riding a lot more enjoyable. If you're descending poorly, it can put you off the back of the group, and then the group is 2 to 3 miles up the road by the time you're done descending because you're going too slow. So that is today's tip for you. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome to the Vortex Training page. Don't forget to subscribe and like. I know we did this vertical here. It's just that's the way it's set up in the holder on the car. So YouTube channel will put it a little bit funny, but you can see it's a beautiful ride here. So for more expert training tips or more coaches training tips, subscribe to the Human Vortex Training YouTube channel here, or check out our Facebook page and check out our Facebook page and our Instagram. Hope you guys are having a fantastic summer of riding, and we look forward to helping you grow as a rider in the coming months. Remember, train smarter, not harder, and it is all about you. You're descending and getting to be the best rider you can be. Look at how gorgeous that is. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.